Photography is definitely a very competitive industry these days, especially since a lot of people have access to nice digital cameras and they can buy it. So I think for me it's just trying to encourage myself and be confident with my skills and my talent enough to be like, to kind of quote unquote sell myself, but be like, no, this is what I do, and be confident about it, even though there's a lot of other people doing the same thing. I love working with young people. My husband is the youth pastor up at the Cove in Santa Rosa, and so I volunteer with him up there. And I've always kind of worked with, when I was in psychology, I worked a lot with youth, and I worked at camps over the summer as a counselor, camp counselor. Just spent a lot of time with young people, and I'm just really comfortable around high schoolers and junior hires, and I want to, I found that I can really encourage the seniors I'm with and I'm photographing. Like my favorite, kind of what inspired me to do seniors is I got a letter from a girl one time after her session, and she said how she had never felt beautiful before, and that she was so encouraged by the session, my encouragement to her during the session, and then the pictures and how she felt, and she just said she had a new level of confidence and stuff, and so that was really inspiring. I was like, wow, that's really cool, because I thought she was beautiful, but she didn't see it herself, and it's cool for me. A lot of students who, it's cool to help the students see their own beauty as well. So that's kind of what inspired me for that. It's affected my life in a lot of ways. I think for me, what I'm dealing with right now is just the balance, because I own my own business now, I can it's easy just to work all the time and be like, oh, I have this idea, I want to do this. But I have a husband now, I just got married in October, and I volunteer at church and have a life, so it's just a balancing act now, because I feel like, oh, the more time I get in, the better I can get, and it's like, oh, I want to have all these ideas, and then I was like, oh, I need to have a balanced life and stop at a certain time of day, like, okay, 6 o'clock, not doing any more today. So yeah, just balancing life with the business. It's definitely shaped my entire life. I was born and raised in a Christian home, but I definitely, up until high school, I was under the same beliefs and stuff as my parents. But in high school, I really realized I needed to make my faith my own. I was like, I can't just go to church because my parents go to church, and I can't just believe this because that's what my parents believe. So I really had to figure out, what do I really believe? So over time, I would just be like, oh, what's this other religion, or what's this other religion? But I found that I really did have a relationship with God, and that really was where I was at. It wasn't just my parents, that it was in me too. So once I, in high school, kind of became my own person, apart from my family, and had my own faith apart from my family, I just started studying the Bible, because I realized if I call myself a Christian and believe in God, I have to know the Bible, because that's what our whole faith is based on. It's not feelings, or it's not based on how I feel in the moment type of thing. It's based on who God is and His love for us, and how we don't do anything to deserve His love. So once I started reading the Bible, and once I first read the Bible, at the end of high school, I think there's a program that does read the Bible through in a year. So that was really cool, and that really strengthened my faith. So really everything in my life, in one way or another, is based by it, because the decisions I make, I try to do what God's will is for my life versus just myself, just pleasing myself. I try to please God and bring glory to Him. So it's not just a life about me. It's like, okay, God, what do you want, and how can I love others, and how can I be a servant to you? So that I always have to check myself, because I think it's a natural tendency for me just like, oh, what do I want to do? It's all about me. So that's one thing. So with that, it ends up shaping every decision in my life. So.
Hi, I'm Josh Gillespie.
Hi, I'm Shelby Rodden.
Hi, I'm Elijah Alexander.
Hi, I'm Bianca Campos.